Hi everybody. I just wanted to share with you what I did for my project for the course EST 574. My project was about setting up review sessions for the kids who are taking the National French Contest 2015. And the problem was the students were not able to come before school, and I was not able to review with them after school either because I teach in two buildings this year, and there wasn't any way that we could meet after school at the high school. So I thought maybe using Google Hangouts could solve the problem, and this is how we went about it. I had the students watch a Google Hangout tutorial in class. Then we use Chromebook in order for them to set an account on Google Plus, and we went through the whole process of Google Hangout, including how to share links in order to invite someone to join a Google Hangout session. And they went home and they set the same thing up that they set on Chromebook. They set it on their devices, either laptop, PC, their phone. It really didn't matter as long as they set it up in order to be ready for our scheduled Google Hangout session. So this is the process that we went through. I first posted on my e-board the specifications for the exam for this year, and asked the students if they were to, I asked them to list all the grammar points that were difficult for them and to email them to me. Then I posted on Google Classroom the link that we would use in order for them to join me for Google Hangout. And I also had a sign-up sheet, a Google Docs sign-up sheet for them to determine which session they could attend and at what time. Once that was done, then I had a pretty good idea of what the grammar points were, and I was able to come up with exercises for them that I posted on the chat section of our Google Hangout as we went over grammar points point by point. Then I already had those exercises and I asked them to do them to just see if they were really understanding the explanation given on the tutorial, on the review session. And the result was really great, really rewarding. The kids were very much focused, and they had very good questions. They were able to complete those sentences or answer the questions that I asked them to answer to get some feedback about the learning process, how much learning was taking place. And once we were done with that, then what was surprising is that the next day when they came to school, they were sharing the notes that they took with those students who were not able to make it, or with the kids who were constantly being kicked out of the Google Hangout because maybe their device did not support it as well as the device of other students. So it was great that some of them were able to write down the notes and to share them the next day. They were all talking about how focused, how efficient the time that the review session was, and that was really great to see them sharing their thoughts like that. Um, what else did I want to share with you? I also wanted to share the fact that if I were to do this again, I will certainly not have 2 or 3 sessions back to back, because after teaching for a whole day and having 3 sessions of Google Hangouts, that was not the most brilliant thing to do. I think that I will spread it. If I have level 2 one day, then the next day I'll have level 3, because the day that I did the 3 sessions, the next day I felt that did not recoup, and I was very exhausted the next day, and that's something that I will not do again. I would even rather consider to have Saturday sessions where I can pace it in a way that I don't, the exhaustion was not there. Because when you have 30 minutes of students in front of you, it's really boom, boom, boom. You really have to go over everything point by point, and a lot of energy is being spent because you don't have the other distractions or the pause or what have you that you have in the classroom. So that's what I will do differently. But in terms of offering this session to the kids again, I would definitely consider it, because I felt that it was a great opportunity to use a tool such as Google Hangouts in order to bring learning outside of the classroom when it's needed. It was very much needed. And the kids, with the questions that they had, they really did take advantage of this, and that was great to see. Yesterday, some of the kids who are taking the national French contest are also taking the DECA. They are going to the DECA competition next week, so they'll be missing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And what surprised me yesterday was when they came to ask Dr. Ikino, do you think we could have another Google Hangout? And I said, but I thought you were going away. And they said, well, as soon as we get to the hotel room, if we find out that we have internet, we're going to bring our devices anyway. Would you be willing to have a session with us around 8 o'clock when we're done practicing for DECA? And I said to myself, how could I say no to these kids? There they are. They still want to learn, and they still want to prepare themselves. So we're planning to get together again while they are away, and have next week a final Google Hangout to prepare themselves for the National French Contest. That's amazing. That's really amazing. As I said, this is a tool that I'm gonna keep in my repertoire, and whenever I think it comes handy, and whenever I am split in two buildings like that, and if I cannot have the time, I will consider using this again. And again, I'll just spread the sessions a little bit better, so I'm not draining myself out. Thank you for listening, and à bientôt. Au revoir.